we've been talking about fascism for way too long, and I wish that we could stop talking about it and thinking
Mhm.
about it. And I'm really tired of reading books about Nazis at this point. But like, I guess that's where we're at. So, but uh, we've been saying the intro to my Rough Beast book was called "Slouching Towards Dictatorship," and that word has been thrown around a lot. Trump uses the word dictator a lot now, talking about non-dictators like Zelensky, and
Yeah.
everyone wanted to make Obama look like Hitler. Remember that and all this stuff.
Yeah.
So they've already tried to do the thing that they do, where
The
they,
offensive bullshit strike.
yeah, yeah.
Right.
But the reality is, right now we're there already. That we are functionally living under a dictatorship right now. It is a inchoate dictatorship. It's not a powerful one yet, but it is absolutely what's happened now. Okay, we have a situation where oligarchs are in charge of the treasury and the federal government and all these computer systems, unelected, unconfirmed, just fucking weirdos with chainsaws and baseball caps. God knows who these people even are. They're just in there doing stuff. Musk is won't leave Trump alone because I guess he's afraid he's going to get killed. I don't know. Court orders are routinely being ignored, not
Yeah.
just one or two. It's all over the place now. The court said, great. They're not doing what the court said. They're rounding people up. They're just disappearing people. They're kidnapping people who are here legally, studying at our universities, putting them in vans or whatever, and suddenly they emerge 2 days later in different states, even though judges say that they're not allowed to do that. They're taking people who are here legally, who have tattoos of like autism awareness, and sending them to El Salvador for some reason. There's no due process anymore.
Mhm.
And if
And no
there's no
freedom of speech.
right, and if there's no due process there, it's not far between there and they're just going to round up dissidents. Uh, you have Patel and Bondi. They're not, the idea that these people represent justice in any way is a fucking joke and should be called out. Pam Bondi is not the attorney general. She's the fucking, I don't know what she is. She's basically and Kosh Patel is not the director of the FBI. He's the head of the Gestapo. That's what he is right now, functionally. Uh, we have, the
Not that the
professors of
entire
fascism.
FBI is the
No,
Gestapo,
but he
but you're
is,
saying
and
his
that's, yes.
job as he
His
sees
job
it.
is to make it that, and her
Yeah.
job is to make the Department of
Yeah.
Justice that. We have professors of fascism leaving the country. Timothy
Yeah.
Snyder's going to Canada. Bryn Tannehill, who's been on this show before, Bryn Tannehill, who taught me about Project 2025 and knew about that well before I knew about it. And I wrote about it in my book, which was published in May. And a lot of people learned about it from me. I learned about it from her. She's out. Okay. You have all these canaries in the coal mine taking flight and leaving, which is not, a wonderfully refreshing thing. So I think we have to come to grips with the fact that we're already there. And
Okay.
these norms that everybody's talking about, the institutions that everyone's talking about, I don't know that they're going to save us. That doesn't mean we can't protect them and we shouldn't put our faith in them, and that we shouldn't try to do
Protect.
everything we
We can
can
keep
to
trying to
roll
protect
this
it.
back. Okay.
Yeah.
We have to protect everything that we can protect, but
Yeah.
make no mistake and don't have any illusions about it. This is where we are. There's already been a revolution. The coup has happened. It's over. Now the thing to do is we have to have a counter revolution. And I was reading that Gene Sharp book, From Dictatorship to Democracy, which, as you know, Molly McHugh recommended that we read. And the key for that is, what's the grand strategy? How do we get to, and I don't know the answer to this, how do we get to where we are now back to where we need to be, which is a functional democracy that has norms, that has institutions, that has people in government who believe in government and in the purpose of government and in democracy? Because right now we don't have that. And we have to get from point A to point B. And there has to be a way to do that non-violently and in a way that, that people can participate in.